Hey y'all, my name is Ray. Welcome to my channel. So, in the spirit of talking about stuff that really pisses me off, today we're going to look at a clip from the Babylon Bee titled Warning Signs That You Are a Fascist. Now, if you're not familiar with the Babylon Bee, they're a right wing conservative content farm that tries to shroud their bigotry in satire. I like to think of them like this: they are to comedy what Kid Rock is to music, right? Does that make sense a little bit? Same audience, same brand, just different mediums. Like, if you didn't pay attention to Kid Rock's lyrics, some of his music is passably listenable from a distance. You know, it's just generic slop you might hear in the background of a Chevy commercial or something. But if you pay closer attention, it becomes really cringy and offensive. Well, same thing here. Babylon Bee uses good production value and snappy comedy editing to pass off the same bigoted talking points as every other conservative sludge farm out there as some kind of casual joke that you just shouldn't take all that seriously, like, haha, fascism. You know, they'll take a specific example and like ramp up the hyperbole to 10, right? And then use the ridiculousness of that example as a way to discredit and dismiss legitimate concerns about the issue as a whole, right? Regardless of the absurdity of that specific ultra hyperbolic example. But you'll see what I mean. Now, all their stuff sucks, but this video in particular was especially irritating because it targets me specifically, my demographic. And let's be real, I'm kind of the target audience for most conservative media anyway. I'm a middle aged, straight, white husband and father. But this video took aim at me even more specifically than that. And so I felt it deserved its own little rebuttal here. So strap in, get ready to get pissed off, because this here is why gaslighting was 2022's word of the year.
Under your bed, in your closet, eating lunch at a nearby Sizzler restaurant. Fascists can be anywhere, hiding in plain sight. In fact, experts believe that there are over 7 billion fascists in our nation alone.
See what I mean? It's not actually a joke. It's a politically charged statement spray painted with sarcasm, like all conservative comedy. It's propaganda first and comedy second, and so it never truly can succeed as the latter. Like, we get it. The intent is to downplay the significance of millions of fascist adjacent voters in the country by overinflating the number to such a ridiculous degree that hopefully it'll make liberals look reactionary and overdramatic. Except fascism is a real threat, millions of bootlickers already support it, and you aren't funny.
But most concerning, you might be a fascist and not even realize it. Here are the most common warning signs that you are a fascist.
And without me giving you any spoilers, I bet you can guess exactly how this is going to go. He's going to list off normal things he thinks apply only to conservatives in an attempt to normalize being called a fascist, because he knows his target audience is probably used to being called fascists. And rather than, reflect on that internally, it's easier for smooth brain right wingers to outwardly deflect and dismiss. It's certainly easier than recognizing you've been indoctrinated into a political cult of ignorance.
You've been to a 4th of July parade at least once in your life.
Hold on, I enjoy the 4th of July, as do millions of Americans who aren't conservative bootlicking dorks. I like fireworks and hot dogs and brats on the grill. I love the 4th of July. All right, conservatives do not own patriotism. All right, it's far more patriotic to be a forward-thinking progressive who wants to see the country continuously grow and improve than some backward-thinking right-winger who wants to bring us back to an idealized version of the past which never existed in the first place. Get out of here with that.
Flags, fireworks, and you know what else starts with F? Fuddruckers. And fascism. You voted for Trump. This one's too easy. His election was not just a threat to our democracy, but a threat to all democracy, and maybe a threat to the entire space-time continuum itself.
Yeah, again, see, not a joke. It's a political statement that they've tried dousing in sarcasm to disguise how lazy, predictable, and utterly misguided their point is. And how much you want to bet that's the first time that guy's had to fumble through saying space-time continuum out loud. His eyes gloss over like he's on about his 10th take, and it's still not funny. Trumpism nearly toppled American democracy, and make no mistake, we are not out of the woods yet. Misguided jackasses like wannabe funny man over here will drag us into a totalitarian country without realizing the full implications before it's too late. Sell these idiots a whitewashed version of history and some lazy libertarian propaganda, and they'll vote for anyone, and apparently some will even try writing stupid jokes about it.
You have a traditional family with a spouse, children, and a dog.
I have a traditional family with a spouse, children, and dogs. Shut up.
Can you say dog whistle? Woof.
Not funny. Woof.
You say secret fascist catchphrases like Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. See, nobody fucking cares, jackass.
See you at church on Sunday.
Look, your fairy tale hobby is your business. I don't care what you do on Sunday as long as I get to watch my Steelers in peace.
And I'm kinda lukewarm on Amazon's Rings of Power.
Oof. Yeah, that's a whole separate video. We don't have time for that. I'll say that's the closest thing this guy's come to making a joke this whole time, though. That's pretty cool. You know, discourse around the Rings of Power TV show really did bring out some of the worst toxic nutjobs on all sides of the political aisle. I'll say, as a Lord of the Rings fanatic myself, and I do mean fanatic, I really enjoyed the first season, while acknowledging several flaws and shortcomings. I'm looking forward to season 2.
Just come out and say that you're Hitler.
No. You idiots aren't Hitler. You represent the millions of people who fell for his and Joseph Goebbels' bullshit victim narrative and racist propaganda. Much like Fox News and the Daily Wire are now convincing you idiots to vote for demagogues like Trump and completely insane Karens like Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert. No, please, you guys aren't Hitler. You're just another fascist apologist who wouldn't realize the error of his ways until the Gestapo were literally at your door.
You don't necessarily think your 2-year-old should be able to have his genitals surgically removed. His body, his choice.
Well, we've got the most disgusting bit of the video out of the way. Again, it's not a joke, rather dehumanizing, hate-mongering propaganda, thinly veiled in satirical hyperbole. It's just so lazy and disgusting and mean-spirited that I hope this guy one day reflects on what he said there and feels ashamed. It's just so intentionally malicious and manipulative and disingenuous. Just moving on.
You'd rather eat a cheeseburger than a delicious, protein-rich grasshopper. Every bite you take of environmentally harmful beef is like goose-stepping on Mother Earth's beautiful, sad face.
All right, first of all, I love burgers. Shut up. Secondly, when are we going to get over this idea that environmentalism is somehow a threat to your chandelier glass masculinity? I mean, fucking hell. What are you, 12?
I'm not even Native American.
Oh, haha, racism is funny if you sarcastically dismiss it. You know, and again, it's not really a joke. It's a politically charged statement about these people's biggest boogeyman, cancel culture.
If you have a mustache or any amount of facial hair...
No. As a matter of fact, let's look at a few glorious socialist beards and contrast them with the faces of a few boot-licking and propaganda-spewing hate-mongers and see what we find out. Go ahead. Look at that. Look at the glorious testosterone trophies on the faces of those forward-thinking, socially conscious men. And now look at what happens to your face if you're a fascist like Ben Shapiro, Matt Gaetz, or Tucker Carlson. It's just tragic.
Oh no.
You think the federal government might be a little too powerful.
Oh shit, he didn't eat the last guy, did he? No, but really, I can't hate on that jawline. Look at that thing. You could chisel granite off that thing, bro. Holy shit.
Sounds like you might be a dangerous insurrectionist. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's the FBI.
This is more misdirection, and it's actually disingenuous on a couple of levels, actually. First of all, Republicans and conservatives long ago gave up any loyalty they had to the idea of limited government, okay? That shit is long gone. You know, you fuckers want a theocratic dictatorship, and you're not even shy about it anymore. And then secondly, look, if you try to stop the lawful acknowledgement of a democratic election, you are an insurrectionist. And I hope the FBI does knock on your fucking door and drags your stupid ass to prison, where you can think about how not to get propagandized and radicalized so easily next time.
Here's a particularly dangerous one. You think 2 + 2 is 4.
The hell are you talking about? You idiots realize conservatives are less educated than liberals statistically by like a significant margin. Math is not on your side. You idiots can barely read.
You hire 87,000 IRS agents, issue hundreds of executive orders, and tax the people trillions of dollars, enslaving them in debt for centuries and give an angry speech flanked by military in front of banners lit up in an ominous blood-red hue. Actually, on second thought, that's not that bad. Move on.
See, even when you try your very best with the production value ramped all the way up and the dramatic music in the background, you know, your little bitch session about taxes just doesn't land that well when the president that you voted for cuddles up next to dictators and publicly tried to overthrow democracy.
If you exhibit any of these warning signs, it's time to report to the nearest re-education camp. Only you can save democracy.
See, again, not a joke, but another thinly veiled Fox News talking point. This time about how liberals want to throw conservatives into camps. It's the same concept as oppressors who constantly complain about oppression or cheaters who are constantly accusing his or her partner of cheating. It's pure projection, plain and simple. These bigots on the right are so desperate to legislate political thought and to outlaw dissent that they are absolutely convinced that we want to do the same thing. It's pathetic fear mongering, and it's the only way these people can hold on to votes. And it's not funny, it's dangerous. We're not out of the 2016 woods yet. I assure you, we have more elections to win before the imminent threat of a theocratic authoritarian coup is behind us. We can't let up now. Make sure you're registered to vote, of course. Make sure your friends and family are registered to vote. Sometimes it requires having important conversations, even though the topics are unpleasant. And then just get your asses to the polls every single election you can. And that's all I've got for today. If you've stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this content and want to see more of it, please leave a like on the video. Please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. And, please do subscribe to the channel. Make my day, make my week. Again, thank you for coming by my channel. I hope I see y'all again soon. Peace out.